So I'm going to go into my California life, because I'm a California kind of guy. I have 50 years in America, 25 years in California. All the spiritual teachings came from the north, Mount Shasta, which I call the crown, not the root of the chakra system in the world, because if it was the root, people would be grounded, but it's the crown because it's an interdimensional portal. And if you ever visit there, you'll definitely have an experience, especially by going up on that mountain, I can guarantee. And if I can get back to Mount Shasta someday, I would love it, but I need to feel supported. I have no idea. I'm in Egypt, living and researching, and I think through this film series, maybe we can connect the dots, and we can start telling a really good story. And the story is for the people, not for me. I just want to leave something that is positive, the time of closure, and it is a time of closure, as you all understand. So, California. I came from the mountain. My first patrons were in Merlyn. I sold my glass at American high prices, more and more. The more I put the price, the more people valued. I traveled in my van with my windows of my gallery. Such a unique life. And I showed the Nicholas Roy slideshow to people, and I carried my windows, and people took me in. Very classy people, wealthy people took me in because they liked me, because I am authentic, despite all the discrepancies. and there aren't a lot. So my glass provided a very grounded format for me to meet people, and I was very appreciated. And of course, I had places to stay, and I was always facilitated. And when I hung the windows, people said, I want the window because it looks so beautiful here after 3 days of dialogue. So I had very, very personal connection. So I really believe in this personal connection. This school is online and in person, but I'm not really an online person. I'm a person, and I like the touch and the eyes and the heart and the experience of being in a human body. I'm not just somebody online talking to somebody. But I'm very good, because I like to talk on camera, because I'm talking to you, each one of you who will find this material, including my sister, hi Irena. YouTube is dedicated to you today. She's going to love it. So California, my patrons in Merlyn, and then I went to Santa Cruz, and I met the people that were funding basically really the New Age, you know, in California. They were very wealthy, and they were very conscious, and they were probably billionaires, who knows. They were inheritance of large trust funds or whatever. But to my benefit, I was given 2 artist retreats, one in Santa Barbara, in the foothills, and I was given a house, a hot tub, and a studio. And this is where I did the Christ window. And the Christ window hung over my desk, and when the light came through, it filtered onto the desk in all of these shimmering colors. And I was just, like I said, I'd been writing. I've been leaving testimonies and books and writings and encodements all along. We have 13 series of patterns somewhere in California. The main thing is I always had 1 or 2 people that were there for me, even when I was buying my home. So somebody would do the paperwork and because I'm just an artist. You know? I'm just not that good sometimes on the linear plane. I forget to eat. I'm consumed by the great work. I'm trying to be practical and keep one foot in this world, in the 3D. In Santa Barbara, I do the Christ window, hung in the center there. The last of my collection hung in the center there, and gradually I'm selling them off to Mount Shasta. I'm going between Southern California and Mount Shasta and Ojai, which is an incredible spiritual center there. I have patronage, I have support, incredible support. And I left it all behind to take the perilous journey to the emptiness of the bottom, so that I could know how terrible it is when you don't have any money, and you don't have any friends, and you don't have a support system, so that I could understand the position of so many elders on this world, of the sadness of like, now left alone to die. It's wrong. We know it to be wrong. We have to find a new way, and it's up to us, 3 generations. So the Christ window, which had a direct experience in revelation with Christ, which I've had 3, I'm not religious, and I don't do guilt. So basically Christ is part of this message, information of Christ and Mary. That window hangs with Sarah Uma Kane, she's held it. And then I have Cohen, Gypsy Pop Records, who wanted to make sure that all the records that I'm doing be kept. And when I left as the Merlyn on my long perilous journey in England, basically he said, here's an iPad and here's a Facebook account that we're setting up for you. And he's a very busy man, a very professional Gypsy Pop Records. You'll need this, Merlyn. And it's really true. The Facebook Messenger anthology, for better or worse, has just become the mainstay of me being able to stay in touch with a few people. And now, with the YouTubes that have been recorded through people coming forward and serving me, because I like being on camera, I like being asked about knowledge, because I have lots of it. So, always it was film, and many times, God, you see, I'm so egotistical that I should be the center of the attention on film. And the masters would always remind me, it's not really about you, it's about the message that you bring. And the knowledge that you have, that there is a lot of assistance for the planet and for each individual. And to have an experience with that at these dire times when everything is being ripped apart into duality and fear. That's my experience, but I can't be alone in it. I need the seed of a new way and a new society. So I'm reaching out to where it left off in America now. I'm making a conscious effort to link. And then from California, I took other journeys. But California is my mainstay today, because that's where most of the wonderful collection was lying. But I'm going to give you a couple of other keynotes in my anthology of reaching out to my people who haven't heard from me for 7 years, and who assisted me in the past incredibly so. They were my patrons, my friends, my associates, and my allies. And I just want to acknowledge each one of them and say thank you again.